which means I get to bring back... I put the wrong bottle on the table. Welcome back to Rewind with bschwitty, because my only interests are drinking wine and judging people. Today I'm excited because we're going to talk about some of the hardest labels, in my opinion, to decipher, which are French wine labels, which means I get to bring back this lovely little wine right here, which I think is fantastic and amazing. Which means I get to bring back this wine right here, which was by far my favorite out of the Costco brand and the actual just straight up Bordeaux. Smells amazing still. So let's do a brief overview of French wines, which, to be fair, they're really hard to understand because there are things called AOCs, which are kind of like the American AVAs, which give you a general idea of what grapes are going to be from that area, except these AOCs dictate what grapes will be in a bottle if it's called, for example, the Pauillac AOC, which is a commune/village in the sub-region of Médoc, which is a regional wine of Bordeaux. So, I literally just spoiled the entirety of reading this label. But I have a point. There are a lot of different little layers that you need to know the entirety of France to know about. And that's a really hard thing to do. So we're not going to be able to cover every single wine label in France. In general, Bordeaux's will be the 5 main Bordeaux varietals, either Cab Sauv dominant if you're on the left bank, or Merlot dominant if you're on the right bank, with also Cab Franc, Malbec, and Petit Verdot blended in. And that's for a Bordeaux red. Rhone, you may be familiar with, generally Syrah, Grenache, Mourvedre of some sort. Burgundy would be Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, as well as that's where Champagne is located, and some people may be familiar with that is. Some other regions to know about, Alsace is generally known for its Riesling. Loire Valley is known for its whites, including Sauvignon Blanc and Chenin Blanc, as well as Provence is known for its rosé blends. And those are the big regions to know about. There are a few others. We might be able to talk about it some other time in a regional focus. Other things to know, a chateau is a winery. May have figured that one out by now. Cru translates to growth, which indicates a vineyard or a group of vineyards. A cuvée is generally used to specify a blend of some sort, very similar to how it is here in America. If you see Grand before Vin or Cru, generally that means it's of a higher quality than the just Cru or Vin. Although in the Cru designation, Premier Cru is higher than a Grand Cru. Okay, so let's see, meet me over at camera 1 and let's see if we could read this label from a French producer. Hello everyone, pardon my hair. So, we have the vintage right here. This is the producer, Chateau de Armagnac. Still can't say it right. It is from the Pauillac region, which is in AOC. It does say up here something about Baron Philippe de Rothschild. And if I was to actually read the back, it might tell me more. Alcohol is always on the label. And here it says Grand Cru, which is generally important for this. It means it's of a higher quality than just a cru. It does literally translate to great growth. Hopefully we learned something about French wine labels. When you're trying to pick out a French wine without any idea what you're doing, ask someone else. If you're in an actual liquor store, I'm pretty sure the people behind the counter might be able to help you, especially if they're a shop owner. Also, Google is your friend. Just look up what you're looking at. But the most importantly, as long as you know what's going in your glass and you know that you enjoy it, like I enjoy this, that's what matters. So we will catch you next time on Rewind with bschwitty, and probably there will be a follow-up part 2 to this French wine labels once I actually understand what I'm looking at myself. In the meantime, you can look in books like Windows on the World or Wine Folly to figure out what exactly is going on in those crazy French labels. Meanwhile, I'm just going to keep drinking this, and I'll see you next time here on Rewind with bschwitty.